Checking in now with One America's Matt Schuck once again, who is live in Baltimore. Hello again, Matt. Tell us what you're seeing just ahead of tomorrow's police report. What's the atmosphere like?
Well, we're currently down in City Hall, as you can see outside, with the National Guard keeping everybody safe. And the air around Baltimore is very different than what was happening on Monday and Tuesday. And with me is a local ministry leader, Tiba Aldridge. Tiba, what's different between the Baltimore today and the Baltimore that we saw on Monday and Tuesday?
Well, I'm glad that you asked. One thing that's very different is on Monday, we had young people out rioting. We had young people out that was doing things just to make a name for themselves. So it was basically today you're seeing more peaceful protests. These are not rioters. These are not people. I even heard that our mayor was calling them, and the president of the United States was calling these people thugs. These are not thugs. These are young brothers and sisters that are just at this point misguided, misled. But what we want to do is myself, the other local ministry leaders, Bishop Thomas is opening his church tonight at the New Psalmist Baptist Church in the Seton Business Park, Marriott Drive, from 7 to 8 tonight for a mass prayer. It's not only just going to be a mass prayer, it's going to be praise and worship, and we're unifying as one Baltimore. And I'm glad that I'm able to walk in right now just to give you some positive for Baltimore, that we do have a high graduating rate here in Baltimore. We do not only just have drug addicts and alcoholics here in Baltimore. We have religious leaders. We have mentor leaders as myself. We have people that are trying to heal Baltimore. We're not all out here trying to destroy Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore. I've been here for 37 plus years. But guess what? God is blessing us to do the right thing and not the wrong things.
What do you think is, before Freddie Gray's death, the relationship between Baltimore residents and the Baltimore City Police Department?
Well, with that to be said, it's again, as we were talking off camera, a lot of things that's going on is a lot of people don't know their amendment rights. If they knew their amendment rights and they stood behind these amendment rights, some of these things could be a little different. Yeah, it's true. Baltimore City police officers, yes, there's a lot of corrupted officers out here. Just like you and I having this conversation. We're right here and I'm talking to you right now and I'm seeming like a good guy. You're seeming like a good guy. But then after that, who knows, beyond these walls, beyond this camera, we could be both corrupted. But see, that's just like Baltimore City police officers. Right now, I can honestly just testify back in 2009, where I had a situation that happened with Baltimore City Police where I was arrested for my own registered handgun. The police officer was making a name for himself. They said the probable cause was speeding in a 25-mile-per-hour zone, but I wasn't. But in spite of everything that goes on, when I went to court, what happened? They sided with the officer. Did I feel as though I got a fair trial? No. Did I try to appeal my trial? Yes. Did they hear what I had to say? No. Did I try to go to other attorneys? Yes. It was told to me it's a conflict of interest. And also, with that to be said, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world? Yes, I could be out rioting. Yes, I could be out here doing the negative things. But no, my lifestyle is different from that. I'm a living testimony. There is blessing. There is goodness in Baltimore.
How do you think people are effectively reaching the kids and getting the protesters to turn from violent to loving?
Well, as I said earlier, tonight we will be having a prayer service over at the New Psalmist Baptist Church. Kudos to the Dr. Bishop Walter Scott Thomas tonight for opening his doors tonight. Myself and other religious leaders and mentor leaders were out here. We're talking to the teens. We're talking to the young adults. We're even talking to parents. I mean, there's no judgment zone with me. I don't have a judgment zone. I don't pick and choose. It's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's a people thing. And I think that right now what we need to do is we need to live by the amendments of and implement what it says in 1 Corinthians 13, as it say about love. I'm here to love. I love you, man. I love
you too.
I love you, man.
Awesome. Thank you. Back to you in the studio.
I do want to ask him, Matt, and I understand he's a ministry leader and he's preaching a message of love and peace, but I do have to ask, when he says that the actions of these youth aren't thugs, these protesters, how would you describe the looting, the violence against officers and what we've been seeing in the streets?
How would you describe the looting and everything that happened on Monday and Tuesday?
Well, the way that I would describe it is, honestly, it was sad, disheartening, lost for words. It was honestly, again, as I said, I'm a Baltimorean. I've been here for 30 plus years, and just to see that, it's not something I just seen on television. I have to be honest. I was there to witness, to see the looting, to see cars burning, to see young people being used as pawns by adults to break into hair stores and bars and everything like that. So it was very sad. And I mean, lost for words. That's the best thing I could say.
Do you think Baltimore can remain peaceful when the autopsy and police report are released?
I'll be honest with you, that's something that we will have to turn over to God and see how God will play this out. Of course, right now, we do have people like myself that want to remain peaceful regardless, whichever way the verdict comes out, whichever way they say about the officers, whatever Stephanie Rawlins-Blake, mayor, is saying, Commissioner Babs is saying. One thing that we want to do is we want to remain peaceful, but again, I know that I'll remain peaceful. I can speak for Tiba, and I can speak for my family. We'll remain peaceful, and we'll just keep praying, fasting, and giving it over to God.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back to you in the studio.
Thank him for his message of peace for us, and we hope to see more of that soon. Thank you, Matt. We'll check in with you soon.